government may or may not end up shutting down. And for those of you who might be wondering, well, I hope the government doesn't shut down. You better hope that it actually does. And I'll say that in a moment real quick because I gotta shut my door here. Looks like I've got a little visitor here, my baby. One of Scott's dogs, Daisy. So, anyways, like I said, better hope that the government shuts down. Now, the reason why is kind of a long story to some degree, but involves the bullshit that goes with it. Now, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the news, I'm not too sure how you can't if you're tuning into this channel at all. The entire prospect of what Doge has been doing for the past month or so. Has it been a month? Yeah, I think it's been a month since, say, hold on, let me just check the calendar here real quick. So today's yeah, so it's basically been about a month. So for the better part of about a month, Doge has been going around gutting anything and everything, and by Doge, of course, I mean Elon. Anything and everything that's like they've identified as waste, fraud, and abuse, which wouldn't be a bad thing if it weren't for the fact that literally every single organization that he's been gutting has either been involved in investigating Elon Musk or is a critical infrastructure part of the United States. Like, you have a bunch of comm controllers that are a bunch of air traffic controllers, that have been fired by Musk. You had the organization that oversees the hiring of air traffic controllers. You have them in a hiring freeze, which should not at all happen. And as a result,
Auspex lock acquired. Pseudo-kinetic tracking is on, and it is being transmitted to your tactical sensorium. Eliminate negative variables for preferred outcome.
And as a result of all of this, we've been having a bunch of plane crashes. It's been one plane crash after the other that should not have happened, and is only happening simply because we have a lack of air traffic controllers going on here. And that is a direct result of Musk and his Doge bullshit. You also have U.S. aid being illegally suspended because Musk has identified, or claims to have identified, fraud in ways that the government refuses to actually just flat out refuses to provide any evidence for. And as a result of all of this, there's been a lot of chaos going on. You have... So, you know, it's been a consistent thing going on throughout the entirety of the month.
There is no escape from the wrath of the
Musk claims to find
Imperium.
fraud, refuses to actually give any kind of report, refuses to give any kind of evidence of the fraud in question being found. And just moves on. And he just lies and lies and lies. So, but, you know, as a result of all of this, there have been people within the government, specifically judges, who have said, you know what, not only does this not sound like a good idea, a lot of this is probably not good at all. In fact, a lot of it is illegal. Because Doge cannot just end the existence of things like U.S. aid. not really something that they should be able to do at all.
Target deletion complete.
Because these actions of like ending U.S. aid, ending the Department of Education, are things that are only proportioned by Congress. Because these are organizations that have been approved not only by them, but have been established by them in many. So, you know, the judges are trying to put designations of slapping lawsuits down here and there and slapping orders down that they can't do this kind of stuff. Now, what does this have to do with the government shutdown?
Overheat.
Well, it's the fact that the Republicans have decided to go ahead and say, okay, since Doge can't do what it needs to do, we're going to go ahead and put forth a reconciliation bill in terms of like allowing the government to be able to make money, to be able to continue to borrow money because it's a bigger spending cap, and we're going to go ahead and include the ability of Doge to be able to do the things that it can do. Legally, as a means of abdicating the power of Congress.
Overheat. Overheat.
So, if the government doesn't get funded, there's a government shutdown. But if it does get funded, all of the actions that Doge has been engaging in ends up getting officiated and approved of. Meaning that a lot of this chaos that we've been seeing ends up not only going through, but also ultimately speaking, Doge will have just a green light to just start doing whatever the fuck they want. Start ending Social Security, you know, start ending Medicaid and Medicare. You know, it will no longer be up to Congress to be able to do this stuff. It'll now just be up to one organization, that is Elon, to be able to do the things that he wants to do. And what he wants to do is he wants to loot these very successful programs to be able to enrich himself and his buddies. And I say this because, like, there was something going on. I don't remember the exact details of it. In fact, I'll look it up right now real quick just for the record here. Because Doge ended up suspending something regarding, I don't remember what it was exactly, something regarding funds going to a specific bank account and drained that bank account. Hold on. Doge drained bank account. Elon Musk Doge drain bank account. Because I don't exactly know the exact name of it, there's a bunch of other results that are coming up that are not exactly what it's about. It's like saying that Elon Musk access to treasury payment system is raising areas. Yes, we know. But effectively, there was a bank account of some organization that was apportioned to the government, and it was already in there. They had it. It was basically their fucking money, and Doge came in and drained that bank account. And now we don't know where that money is. That money is just gone. We have no idea where it went. We have no idea where it is. We don't know where it's gone to, where it disappeared to, we just don't know. And a lot of people are thinking that, whoa, Doge probably just has it in their bank accounts now. Perhaps Elon Musk just injected it into his stocks and shit like that because they're massively having issues here.
Enemy combat efficiency at critical level. No further actions needed. The machine god is pleased. End of log.
So, these actions will now be just... And if the government doesn't shut down, because of the way in which the Republicans have supported this whole bill, this whole effort to raise the cap so that way the government can keep borrowing money and be able to spend it the way in which they do so, if it doesn't get shut down, Elon just gets a green light to wreck the fucking economy and do whatever the fuck he wants, and this will basically cause another Great Recession. At least that's the expectation. I'm pretty sure it's going to, because like Trump has literally told reporters to stop talking about the stock market and the draining of the stock market, because according to him the stock market is doing great because, and I'm not even fucking kidding here, because his buddies are able to buy up a lot of the stock market here, and therefore it's great. So he's all but admitting, so Donald Trump at this point in time is all but admitting the fact that he's deliberately taking the stock market in order to be able to enrich his buddies, so his buddies can buy big into the stock market, and then it will raise up and make them a crap ton of money so that they can sell it. That's what this is. This whole thing, this whole effort with creating uncertainty in the market, everything else involved within it, all the issues pertaining to the tariffs and all that stuff, all of it is basically a deliberate effort to manufacture a recession in the economy. So that way Trump and his buddies can go ahead and make a lot of money. It is, as far as I'm concerned, a criminal act. And you might think to yourselves, oh, wait a second. There's a slim majority in the Senate, and like there have been efforts by Democrats to stop this from happening. Like Chuck Schumer has been going around telling people to like not vote on this in the House. So this is going to not go through, right? Well, unfortunately, people like Schumer have just decided to go ahead and vote for the bill because he doesn't want to create a government shutdown. Why doesn't he want to create a government shutdown? Well, it's because, as he says it, that a government shutdown would lead to much worse implications and would lead to Elon Musk and Trump being able to do whatever they want. But they're already doing whatever the fuck they want. Like, it makes no sense. His reasoning was so scripted and so incredibly facile that you have to wonder whether or not he's actually being like faithful in this regard, whether or not he's actually being like, I don't know, truthful at all. Is he just... It's very clear to me that Schumer got a call from his donors and was told that he needs to go ahead and support this bill, support this, prevent the government from being shut down at the last moment. Because his reasoning makes no fucking sense, unless of course you take into account that he's lying for his donors. And you know, Chuck Schumer has always been a weaselly little worm. One who, as far as I'm concerned, only gives a shit about himself and servicing the donors the way in which he has. And this isn't really a Jewish thing at all, to be honest, because I know for a fact some people are probably going to say, oh, you're just anti-Semitic because you support Palestine, and you know, you're a Jew, you know, so therefore you're a Jew hater. Fuck off with that nonsense, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is an issue of Schumer abdicating his responsibility as minority leader to do his fucking job in an effort to line the pockets of donors. That's the issue as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing to it beyond that. It's the same issue that Hillary has, the same issue as Pelosi, the same issue that all of them have.
Your Space Marine is functional, Inquisitor, but barely.
Reporting for duty, Inquisitor.
That's absurd. For the time being, he needs constant medical supervision.
I'll talk to the Master Chirurgeon of the ship.
No, I'll stay on board. You evidently need a genius to work with your inferior equipment.
The Emperor's blessing be upon me. I must get out of here and fight.
What will be our next step?
The lone survivor of the requisitional expedition is the prisoner of the feral beasts. This tech priest is my only lead.
These deserters have managed to evade Imperial retribution for quite some time. How will we find them?
The beasts seem to have strong ties to a pirate clan in the system. I should pay these rascals a visit. Who knows? They might give up valuable information.
You can be very persuasive. I can vouch for that.
Okay. No. And Schumer is a fucking rat because of this. He's a rat fucker. He's basically, and what I mean by rat fucker is that he's basically one of those people who will lie to you while at the same time fucking you over as much as possible while he lies as your friend. He lies that he's your friend, he lies that he's on your side when he's not. So yeah. I fucking hate people like Schumer. People like, what was the other senator's name? The one from Michigan? Not... fuck, I forget his name exactly. Hold on. Dino Senator.
Maim the heretic. Slay the treacherous Xenos. Banish the fork-tongued demon spawn.
Joe Manchin. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin is also a rat fucker. He's basically also a dino as far as I'm concerned. Kirsten Sinema is the same way, you know, and Joe Biden is as well to a large extent. You know, the Republican light fuckers. There's no reason to trust them whatsoever. And it's the same issue with all of them. That they're all beholden to corporate donors. They're all beholden to corporate power. And they don't actually give a shit about us or about our efforts to continue living. In fact, I think they think that it would be better off if we were all dead in a ditch somewhere, while they themselves continue to funnel money to each other as they replace all the workforce with AI. Because at one point in time, I used to think that these people were responding in a fashion to not just material conditions, but also to like interests that they themselves believe that they're the good guys. But they themselves don't actually like have any malicious intent. They're just misled by the interest of the system. But nope, I no longer think that. Because there's just so much going against that particular thought process. And there's just so much that more or less indicates to me that that's not the case. That these people, they clearly hate us. They clearly hate their own constituents. Because they have contempt for us. I mean,
unclean.
the current chair of the DNC, what's his name again? Hold on. He's a new guy, so I don't exactly remember his name, and he's kind of like, you know, new to the position as well as new in current politics. Current chair of DNC. I'll know when I see it. Alright, that's not... Okay, it's not the chair of the DNC. Leader of the DNC. Okay, it's probably not him then. It's probably someone else. But basically, he's a black guy. And for the most part, he's just been saying, oh, we need to go ahead and simply play dead. We don't have any power. We have no leverage. It's the Republicans' house. It's their Senate. What leverage do we have? It's that kind of nonsense. You know? And he's basically saying this as a means of like saying that we don't want to do anything. Because we can't do anything. We don't want to do anything. Like, despite the fact that the Republicans have been in the minority position for many, many years, and many different terms have they been like just having very little power, yet they were able to wield a tremendous amount of power, despite the fact that they didn't have, the fact that they didn't have the majority. So yeah, it's very obvious what's going on here. People like Chuck Schumer, people like Nancy Pelosi, they all hate you. They all hate me, they all hate everyone.
Perseverance favors the bold. Give them more death. A fine sacrifice for the Emperor. You served the Emperor well, Inquisitor.
Loading.
And to be perfectly honest, I gave up on the Democrats during 2011, 2012, after it was very clear that people were not going to go ahead and protest Obama over his drone strikes, that people were just going to allow that shit to continue. And that Dems who were previously talking about war crimes with Bush were defending the war crimes of Obama just because it was a Democrat. And that was the point in time when I realized that the Dems are lost. You know, I voted for a Democrat one time. And that was with Biden. And it was only because Trump was that bad with COVID. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have voted at all. So... damage for single targets. Skill suppression damage for single targets. Damage bonus and suppression damage for single target skills against enemies below 30% health. Okay. Damage bonus for single target skills. Range bonus damage. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna be doing this one then. I'll be able to oh yeah. So that's really all I've got to say on the current topic at the moment. It's just incredibly frustrating how things have been kind of going lately. Sorry, I had to turn on my volume because it seemed like my mic wasn't really picking that much up, but it looks like it stopped there. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing that now. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to get my get one of my wires to not tangle itself around there. Alright.
Time for payback!
Target in sight.
I spit on your emperor! Firing!
Repent. Let's see what happens now.
Refuse to be a slave!
For the Emperor! Fate!
You'll never take me! I must die! Refuse to be a slave!
Time to find. The Emperor's light has found me. Nerve gas. I hope the filtering bionics won't fail me. Dummy. But the stench won't go away that easy.
I spit on your emperor! Time for payback!
Overheat! Kill the heretic.
Let's look at what we've got. Reflector artificer force field. I should probably get a level 10, level 17 or 18 sensor at some point. Look at that.
Let's see what happens now.
Kill the Imperial Scum!
Die, heretic.
Never take me alive! Down with you! Another corpse to the loot. Suffering.
Die, unclean. I'd rather have my tech priest dealing with this.
For chaos. Obliterate.
Got two little bits of achievements here. Let's see what they are. Herds kill 50 commander enemies, okay. And reach Inquisitorial rank 20 with 1 kill.
We have analyzed the cogitated data you found. The beasts indeed rely on these pirates for weapon supplies and delivery runs.
Do we have anything to proceed with?
We do. We have the direct connection and a place of meeting, but we don't know the location of the gang's hideout.
Let us use some guile then. Contact the beasts in the name of these pirates and set up a meeting.
what's going on Twitter right now at the moment, because there might be some things at the moment that I might need to be aware of, because there's going to be a vote today on that thing with regards to the government shutting down and not. This is disconcerting. I thought there wasn't really going to be anything, but apparently there is. Yeah, it's like... What is Act Blue again? I forget. Let me look this up for a second. American Democratic Party Political Action Committee and fundraising platform founded in 2004. Act Blue is a major part of the Democratic Party's fundraising infrastructure. Okay, so it looks like that James Comer and the FBI are basically going to break the Democratic Party. They are going to destroy the Democratic Party's ability to be able to engage in fundraising, which is like good. I hope this actually makes them go against the Republicans now, which I doubt this is going to happen. It seems like the leadership just wants to go ahead and play dead and think that the Republican Party will just simply implode from its inability to be able to gain popularity, and they can coast on people's hatred on the Republican Party. Unfortunately, the Dems don't realize that the Republicans are literally going to destroy their party's ability to be able to do anything. So, yeah, that's pretty apropos. Honestly, they fucking deserve it at this point. They absolutely deserve this shit. Yeah. Let me make sure no one's streaming now. I actually want to pay attention to it before I continue on with this. Nope, no one's doing this. So, no one's doing anything. Alright.
Emperor's light has found me. Faith comes before glory.
guess I'm gonna find their hideout.
Have the interrogation chamber prepared, Captain. I'd like to start questioning the captured beasts.
There's no need for that. A defector gave us everything without interrogation.
Have you verified the information?
Yes. We know the location of the beast's hideout, and we have confirmation about the captured tech priest.
Excellent. Assemble an infiltration team and send them in to extract the tech priest. I'll provide a diversion by taking care of the main forces.
So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the stream a little bit early than I normally do. Usually I stream for about 2 hours, but since I'm getting tired here, I'm going to go ahead and just do a 30-minute stream. I'm going to wait until this resets to see if I can go ahead and do anything here. See you guys later at some point. Hold on, let's see what the oh yeah, I will see you guys later.